Hello and welcome back to the Mighty Alien 101 TV. I am here in my water tanks on the test server in our beautiful garage. We're going to review today the M10 Wolverine, the Tier 5 American tank destroyer. And I'm playing on the test server, so I have all these Tier 10s and Tier 8s and Tier 9s. It's like, oh my god. So I have my Wolverine. I love this tank. Well, I did love it before I moved on. After I got the Jackson, and I really did think this was a very nice tank. It got you. It was very good speed. It really got you into these different play styles you can play as. It's quite a good all-round tank for a tank destroyer anyway. So I think we're going to start off with hit points here. 360. To be honest, I played this more of a camping tank rather like I did the Jackson, so it wasn't really a problem for me, seeing as I wasn't intending to get hit. But no, I found that adequate, rather like the Jackson. So, as long as you don't want to get hit. If you're YOLOing it towards their base, then just be careful how many times you get hit. The weight to load limit, pretty good. You can load as many stuff as you want, if you really do. On Tier 5, you never know. Well, I want to talk, and on Tier 7 I got all this stuff. But anyway, speed limit, engine power, 420. That is with the top engine. The stock engine is only 350, but top engine, 420. The speed limit, 48 kilometers per hour. That is just amazing for Tier 5. Traverse speed, 30 degrees per second. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, pardon me. That was pretty awkward. 30 degrees per second. Pretty damn good for a tank destroyer. And especially seeing as I played campy with it. And if you're going to play campy, you will find that. It's good if you're getting shot at. And it's good if you want to turn around and quickly go away. Hull armor, now, rather like the Jackson, this is where the hull armor gets a bit trollish. So, 51, nope. The 51 is just on this point, rather like the Jackson. The rest of this point isn't as much. It's probably around about 19 to 25 to 30 or 40. But it's not really going to do that well. It's slightly sloped, so I suppose you could bounce some Tier 3 shots, depending on their pen. And then the sides, the sides is 19, and the rear is more than the sides, 25. So just generally, you don't really want to get shot at in this tank. And so I'm lagging. Brilliant. GG. I thought I was doing really well up to this point. I've tried to record this 3 times now, and have these horrible lag spikes. So, without moving the mouse, we will look at turret armor, which is 57 frontal turret armor, which is beautiful if someone shoots at your turret, because this lovely angled turret is very trollish, rather like the Jackson, and not much is gonna pen that at Tier 5. Maybe Tier 6 and probably Tier 7, but at Tier 5 and below, no chance. It's so trollish, the way it's angled and the spacing. So, I suppose you could technically play this hull down, I suppose, if you could find the right places, and if you stay back a bit. It appears we have regained our FPS. Do not say that, because it may go away soon. Oh, going down to 20. Let's get back. Okay, side 25mm and rear 25mm. Don't really intend to get shot at in the side or rear of the turret, so not that much big of a problem either. Standard shell damage. Now this is where it gets interesting. 86 to 144, and so the average damage, yeah, pretty good. Penetration, pretty good. 96 to 160 for a Tier 5 machine. That is pretty good. And if you want a low premium, why not? 133 to 221 for APCR, and HE 29 to 48 pen, but 139 to 231 damage. So, yep, pretty damn good. So the gun is the main outlining feature here, and especially for the rate of fire, which is 18.75. That is just beautiful. For this tank, it's just raining DPM right now. Turret traverse speed, yeah, it's taken a little hint from the Jackson and the Hellcat, but it's not as slow, I don't think. I haven't really checked, but it's pretty slow. So well, with 30 degrees of turret of hull traverse speed, you just turn your tank rather than your turret. 370 meter view range, quite good for a tier 5 machine. 615 signal range with the top radio. That is tier 9, I will admit, but this stock one's 395. That's all right. It's for tier 5. It'll do, I suppose. But top radio, beast. So let's have a look what this is actually like stock. So that's the stock. Is it? I don't even know. I can't tell the difference. I think. Yeah. Okay, that is actually the stock turret. Is there actually any difference? Okay, it's just got a thing coming out the back. It's got slower traverse speed, and that's it. Maybe I actually don't know what the difference is, but anyway, I suppose it's just to get the gun. If we have a look at the research here, it probably is just to. Oh no, it is. It's probably just to get the Jackson, I suppose. So I'm not really sure. So the stock gun though is 3-inch AT gun M7, which yeah, it's all right, I will say. 14.29 rounds per minute, not bad. 101 average penetration, pretty good for a stock tier 5 gun. 110 average damage, which is pretty good for a stock tier 5 gun. 0.43 dispersion at 100 meters, that's alright. 1.7 aiming times, alright. So, yeah, the stock engine, yeah, then again, it's pretty slow. I don't think the speed limit changes when you change the engine, but 350 horsepower and 20% chance of fire on impact compared to the 15% of 420 horsepower engine for the top engine. So I think I really went for I went for the 76mm AT gun first, and then I went for the tier 4 engine, and then I went for the gun, and then I went for the top engine, then I went for the turret to get to Jackson. I think I needed the tracks as well. You need the tracks before you need the turret. Just bear that in mind. And also, a good way of stock grinding is to get the 105mm AT M4, basically a howitzer, 410 damage, 53 pen, good in low tier games. It's just, I suppose, a derpy way to get yourself to the top gun, the top turret, and the top engines. The radio's a necessity. You do not need to unlock it at tier 5. 5,600 research. And it's on most American tanks. I mean, it's on the Jackson, so you could unlock it on the Jackson, I suppose, if you really wanted. The T25AT and the... No, that doesn't have it. So, yeah, don't really bother with the tier 9 radio unless you really want to go all out on the Wolverine, because you'll probably just unlock it later. So that's what it's like stock. So with the top equipment, that's what it looks like. Obviously the only good armor is really here, so you really only have a chance of bouncing shells if you shoot at the bouncy turret or here. On the sides, you can't really angle the tank either. I mean, if you're angling at an angle of that, they can pen here, they can pen here. It really doesn't change anything. Crew, I wouldn't go over it. I never got 100% crew in mine, so I think that's just about done. If you really want equipment, I'd probably go binos, maybe gun rammer, maybe medium spool liner if you're expecting to go up against artilleries, and maybe camouflage net. I'd probably stick with camouflage net, binos, and enhanced gun lane drive or medium caliber tank gun rammer. So that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see any more tank reviews, then please put in the comments what you like. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.